Alrighty, everybody. Hey, we are live once again with another art stream. This is the part 2 for the previous one. Okay, so it has been like 2 weeks and I've not done hardly anything. Okay, so I had this bad sinus infection. I mean, like really, really bad. And it was the end of the semester and I had some other stuff to do. So unfortunately, not much has been done. But tonight, yes, tonight before the stream, I have done some of the more boring bits. And what those boring bits entail is we have our three amigos here, which are Turokankans. And these are slightly different. These are actually the same models. They've been recolored. And this is our group walk again, but instead of them staying in line, what we've got as time goes on, they kind of shift around the order as, you know, they pass each other as they're walking along the sidewalk here. And I'll give it some bit, a little bit of, difference going on here. I have rendered out each of these guys separately with different color schemes, And we're going to place them into our urban scene here as our heroes are dropped off by a bus. The camera will pull back across the street and there will be pedestrians and traffic and there will be people in the marketplace selling stuff. I mean, it's going to be pretty complicated, but let's get the walkers done first, okay? So, all right. Some of them I've already added. Let's see what I've done so far. Okay, so here we have close up on the bus. If you could not tell, trust me, it's a bus. Okay, so, and we go along here, and then the bus will pull away, leaving our heroes standing here on the street. And then the camera will pull back across the boulevard, and the traffic will commence. We already have, here's one group of pedestrians already walking through. Whoa, look at that. You can see in the distance over here on the left, I've got some more guys who are going to come on screen. Those same guys are actually going to come on screen just at the end here. Yeah, but there's a crosswalk. Or maybe they have a teleporter that zaps them across the heavy traffic streets. I don't know. Let's pretend like it's a different group. Anyway, so that's what we've got so far. Okay, so we need more pedestrians. This is a big, lively city here with lots of things going on. So we need lots of traffic. So let's get that going. All right, first thing we're gonna do is break out the camera view. I do not have camera to view selected. That's not checked, so here we go. Hit the old save-a-rooney. We're gonna go back to frame 0. Okay, and we're gonna hit save, even though nothing really changed. My position on the timeline. We're going to go to add, and what we're going to add is image, and we're going to add a mesh plane. This gives us an empty plane, which our guys will be on now. So we have a few things we need to make sure that we have checked, though. Haha. We have detect image sequence, which is incredibly important because this is what tells Blender that you should be looking for a sequence of images and put them in order on this plane. And we've got repeat on and absolute and height is 2 meters. Yeah, let's leave it at 1 meter. Okay, so we don't want the gang. The gang is Indavo and crew. Let's just go down. Turo 1. We've already got those guys in place. So what we need here is we need Toro 2. No, we need a Toro group. We're going to do the individual guys in a moment. But these guys are going to be trucking on down here. Oh, there's only an easier way of scrolling through all this nonsense. Ah, here we go. So we just select the first one, and it will say, hey, that's numbered like an image sequence. I'm going to find the other ones numbered like that. And so it shall. And this is Toro group 1. We need Tour Group 2. Oh, hang on. Even more. Even more scrolling. Too glad you tuned in. I'm sure you are. Okay, so here we go. Stop a little bit of phlegm breaking loose. I hope. I'm hoping I'm not going to be back in the doctor in a month with the same sinus infection, just had not ever gone away. Sometimes that happens. And those summers suck pretty badly. Alas. But I'm not allergic to pollen. It's one of those weird things. But enough about my medical travails. Let's get this going. Okay, so now we have an image plane, but it's way back over here in the marketplace. We don't need them in the marketplace right now. So what we need to do is we need to bring them up to here and take a look at here to kind of see roughly how big it needs to be. Okay, this needs there. Expand them to there. Okay, then we're going to go to scale. Just grab the outer ring here because going in all directions here. And let's see how big we made them. Oh, we made these guys way too tall. Way too little. Okay, let's retreat them down to a skosh. Can't be taller than guarantee, that's for sure. Okay, now I'm going to lower them down to where they're... It's kind of good. Yeah, that's about right, I'd say. Yeah, they could be a bit bigger, actually. I mean, this is very imprecise. But, anyway. Right about there. Okay, now these guys are going to be back here. And we're going to start them out at frame 1. Like right here. Right here. They're going to go this direction. Okay, no problem, right? Sure. Okay. So, and they're going to stay at... Uh-oh. That's running. Oh, okay. Whew. All right. When the bus pulls away, the camera will pull back right about to there. Okay. So we're going to right to there. Let's say these guys don't move at all. Should have made a keyframe. Made a keyframe. All right. And now we're just going to move them to right about probably here. Go all the way down. And they're going to probably be trucking. Uh-oh. Have to truck a little bit out, aren't they? And there we go. See how this looks. Now, something I've noticed here is that these guys are not animated. They should be moving. They are definitely not moving. Didn't we not have this thing checked? Okay, let's go into shading and take a look. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, so what do we got here? Oh, for the love of Peter Cetera. It's not a single image, it's an image sequence. Frames 240. Start. Yes, thank you. Gordon Bennett. Alright, I don't know what the hell happened there. But alright, okay. So now these guys are going to be trucking along. Yeah, see them moving. Alright, now as the camera pulls back, these guys are going to be moving behind our heroes. Like so. Now, let's say I kind of maybe want them to be as the as the camera goes back. Let's see what we've got here. Let's take this back down to here. So when the bus leaves, they'll come on. Yeah, the bus leaves at 45. Let's go about here, and now they're moving at a decent pace. And it kind of moves back. They're moving behind our heroes. And moving out. That's pretty good pacing right there. They're not really trucking very good. Let's move them down just a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. Bread and butter, guys. Alright. Haha, the old Looney Tunes thing, right? When they're passing each other. Bread and butter. Right. But I'm not ancient. Okay. Let's see what this looks like from the camera view. Okay, so here we go with our bus. Our bus pulls away. Our heroes are there. These guys come in. Shot there. Oh yeah, there we go. That's not bad at all. These guys pass in the front. And these guys are still trucking along down through there. And that's when the other guys come in from the other side. And that is perfect. Okay, that's not looking bad. Okay, good. Alright, well, what we need to do is we need to add, like, probably lots and lots more. Yes, even more need to be added in. So yeah, we're going to have that group come in again. Quite possibly. I think, yeah. First thing we'll do is we're going to do we'll do some more foreground, guys. All right, so the camera to view is not checked, so we're not locked into the camera, because moving the camera when it's keyframed would be an unfortunate thing. All right, well, let's try that again, shall we? Okay, let's hit the old save. And the other thing we need to do is we need to grab in our asset panel, the group that we were moving. We need to move into the collection 2. And why is that? Well, that is because we will set collection 2 not to have freestyle. And what freestyle is the outlines. So if we leave them in the first collection, the rectangle that they are in, that plane that they were in, will have an outline on it and will destroy the effect completely. So this way, there's no outline. It's transparent. The plane that they're on is transparent, but they're not. So it will be beautiful. Trust me. Anywho, pardon me. Still need that cough button apparently. I was going to import. Like this was Moho or Illustrator or something like that, or After Effects. Okay, so we need an image. We're going to do another mesh plane. And this time we're going to go down past the gang to Toro 1. Toro Conca number 1. Hey, detect image sequence. It was checked last time. What's your problem? All right, sorry. Okay, so we're just going to import this guy. All right, no problem. We're going to bring him back out here. Oh, but we just put a keyframe on it. Oh no! Yeah, so, all right, we're not going to do that. We're going to go back to here. All right, sorry about that. We're going to go to frame 1. Not frame 0. It's not Mo. Whoa, ouch. Whoops. Okay, so this has a keyframe on it, and we don't need that. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so let's raise these guys up. Up. All right, actually, no, we don't have to do that. Now we're going to use the other Turconkins as our guide. That's roughly where we need things to be. So what we're going to do is we're going to scale this dude up. He's that middle dude, if you're wondering. That's probably pretty good. Alright, so we're going to shrink him down so he's in the ground a little bit. He can be a little bit smaller. Well, he can be a little bit smaller. It's great. Be a little bit taller. It'll be fine. It'll be great. Alright, no problem. So, we're going to rotate this guy to be 180. Because he's going in the opposite direction. Alright. And now we're going to get him into position across the straight. Alright. No problem. So he's going to be like right about here. Right there. Okay. Okay, and then he stays there until that camera comes back down to here, and right about there, we're going to put the keyframe right there, and now he's going to boogie across. And what we should get another guy like that. So perfect. Now what he needs, and as you can probably tell, he's not moving. Why are we doing this? Yep, okay. Alright, so now of course. 2 on top of it, because how many frames are there? Well, there's 2. 240, so yeah. Okay. Now, when I was doing this before, there was no problem whatsoever. The image sequences were coming in, so I not really too sure what's going on. Maybe I have to select all the frames? I don't think so, though. Now, question, do I want him to pass there? And the question is, and the answer is probably not. We're going to shift him to enter right about here. I kind of like them passing each other on the street, but I think he can still enter into frame as the last guy's coming through. Be fine. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's good. Okay, now we have to make sure that this guy's in the collection too as well. Now, all right, save. All right, now locked into view. Checkbox is not checked. Let's go to here. Okay, so now, yes, now we're gonna go back into add and another mesh plane. All right, so here's the gang again. Let's go down. Let's just grab this. Toro number 2. Toro Conca number 2. He's another solo guide. Let's try something here and see if this will make a difference. For the S's and the G's, as they say. All right, like that. Oh, okay. Let's make sure I didn't select anything I didn't need to, like the third Toro Concan. Oh, good, I did not. Excellent. Okay. Okay, now, we're on the wrong frame again. Oh. Bam, 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 bam. It's okay. We don't need to size him up over there, since we now have plenty of Toro Concans over here sizing up. This guy can be shorter, it's okay. Not everyone can be tall. Just like a true short person, right? Aha! Let's bring that back on 180. Alright, and we're gonna, this guy's gonna actually be a little bit behind our other dude here. Maybe he's a younger Toro Concan. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna put the keyframe in here, and now we're gonna move him across the camera as well. See what the effects looks like. So we got a pull back here. Our Toro Concan's move in the background. That frame moving there. These guys move here. This guy moves through here, and then our new guy comes in here. Oh yeah, this is good. This is good. This is good. This is good. All right, awesome. All right. So we're going to go back to our original group here, and we're just going to kind of we're going to grab these two guys. First, first we need to put this guy, this solo short guy, into collection 2. Yeah. Trying to stave off some problems from happening later. Okay, so what I have here is I have two groups of guys. Let's get back out here. Okay, so what we have here is we have like 2 groups of guys. All right. Okay, I think for the foreground, I think this is good. I think this is actually decent. We're going to leave that number there. Okay, but we need to drastically increase the number of Toro Concans. Okay, so let's do that, but maybe not quite like that. Okay, not bad. So question is, what are we going to do? Oh, that. Okay. Okay. Okay, so, but what we also need to do is we need to go here to here. also need to go to here. Get rid of that one and get rid of that one. Okay. And we're going to move them. This guy's going to go move further down the street. Much further down the street to the building's edge. Okay. Now, we need to add in a little bit of these. Ooh, I ran into a building. See, we got buildings surrounding us here. For effect. I didn't know if I'd need them or not, and I thought it'd be better just to have them. Group 1, that guy right there. Okay, so we're going to hit the duplicate on that, and okay. Let's go ahead and get rid of that keyframe and that keyframe, because I don't need them crossing the street, because they'll probably be crossing into traffic, and that would probably be bad. So what we're going to do is we're going to make what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and make something of a crowd here. The idea is that there'd be so many of them kind of grouped in together that you may not recognize all of them as being the same dude, same group of dudes. Or maybe you will. Or maybe that doesn't matter. Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab, well, maybe not. We're not going to grab those guys at all. Okay. And let's shift duplicate again, and we'll raise, and we'll drop these guys down to here, and like this. Yes, okay. And then we're going to go back to that Turokonkan group. That guy right there. We're going to shift. Okay. Like so. And we're going to do that one more time. All right, here we go. Okay, this is a fairly large group of Turokonkans that we've got here. Let's see, oops. Let's see if I can't really collect them all the way I want to, huh? So, all right, so these guys are going to have to be keyframed a little bit separately. Okay, so those guys moving. All right, so let's hit the old eye right here, and now we're going to move them. Let's let them. Maybe they're stuck at stuck somewhere. Okay, and they're going to be almost right up to our heroes by the time they finish. Okay, so now we're going to do this other group of Turokonkans here, and they're going to follow about the same. Alright. There. Okay. And we might get a little bit schmancy here. And if we were smart, what we do is we kind of shift them inside the group like that. Okay. Now let's see what we've got. So we got that group coming in here. Traffic. Okay, and then we've got all of these guys coming in, and a big group there. Oh yeah, it's not looking bad, is it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's looking pretty good. All right. So yes. Pardon me. All right. That is actually looking quite good. Yes, these are hover cars, by the way. Okay, so we need a few other assets here in order to kind of sell this right. Okay, so if you go to here, we need several people attending their stalls in the marketplace behind them, and there's a little kiosk off to the side here, right here, and there's got to be a guy in there. So we're gonna have some marketplace guys probably waving their arms and stuff, and maybe we'll have a guy, maybe kind of maybe hobbling between the stalls and stopping. So 4 is the number of what we need. So we need a merchant. So let's talk merchants. Okay. Hitting the save button here. Let's make sure that we've got all those Torokonkans taken care of. And we do. All right, good deal. Back into Moho. Okay, so here we have our Torokonkans. Okay, this is group 2. We don't need this. I don't think we do. No. Actually, only thing we need. The only thing we need. Let's see here. Recent. Let's go to Torokonkan 4. Okay. Sure, we'll take this guy. Okay, so let's change up his color so that he doesn't quite blend in with everybody else. Okay, so to do that, and yeah, we're gonna do this guy. I thought about it differently. So what we've done is I've selected the torso layer, and already the torso layer is highlighted. Normally, what you'd have to do is you hit the shape tool and it would boop, highlight like that. Okay, so go up to your fill here. All right, now we need to find out what color we want to use. So we're gonna do something a little bit different here, and I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna hit the very nice Palpatine-ish color, maybe. Okay, we'll go to the hood here. So what I have done is I have copied the hex code, which is, oh, you can't see that. It's right here. Haha, I've copied the hex code. And into the new one, and I just pasted it in, and pow, there you go. Now we just have to do this to the various parts, and luckily they are selected because I've done this several times before. Anyway, and we'll just go down the list here until we get everything taken. Oh, that wasn't selected. Ah, pretty now. I'll just paste that in here. And we need upper right arm. Ah ha 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 ha. Okay. And rest of his robe. Yeah, all it takes is a little bit of color shifting, and also what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of his bone layer, and we're going to shorten this guy out a little bit. All right, so he's a little bit different in color and body shape. We're not going to be seeing a lot of this, and actually he's just going to be a still. He is going to be a board merchant. Question: can I pull this off? Let's see here. Let's go to frame 1 and see what we can do. Okay, so I've got the head selected, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select out the head here. The idea of what we're trying to get here is that this guy may be a little bit on the board side. So we're going to select our point tools here, and we're going to kind of maybe put this down here. Okay, let's move those arm bones back to where we had them. Can't animate on layer 0. There we go, like so, 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 and move that up to there. Okay, that's good. There we go. I don't think he could possibly look any more bored than that. Could you? Yeah, this guy looks bored. This guy looks bored to tears. That's exactly what we want. We're going to save him as Torokonkan number 5. Well, you know, if you go through all this trouble, we might as well save one, right? All right, no problem. Okay, we might use him in the future. So, what do we need? Well, we don't need to do a full image sequence because we're just going to do one singular image. He's going to be bored almost nodding off. We don't need to animate that out. He just needs to be in his booth. So what we're going to do is we're going to go here. We're going to go to preview. And that means we're done. All right, well, that was quick. So we're going to save this now as a PNG. Now, where do we save this as a PNG? Well, we need to save this as a PNG in the work folder. Let's find the work drive. Indavo episode 3, shot 89 is what we're working on. We're actually gonna leave this guy outside the renders. We're gonna say Turkonkan 5 is all we need here, and we're going to save him as a PNG. Okay. So now he should be as a PNG. So, right. We're going to close that down because we don't need it anymore, and we're going to minimize this, and we're going to go back to our scene. We're going to go to frame 0 and 1 in this case. All right, and we're going to do that whole thing again where we save before we do anything wacky. Okay, now let's add an image mesh plane. Okay, so I'm going to back up here. Turkonkan 5 PNG. That's what we want. It is not an image sequence. We're just doing one image. It's a-okay. It's fine. It's great. Where the blazes is he? Why is he here? Okay, well, that's weird. Oh, because I moved the... There we go. Okay. Move the origin point because I accidentally grabbed it. Because I'm a moron. But it's fine. It happens all the time. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Not a problem at all. Except it could be a problem, but it's not a problem. But it could be, but it's not. Alright, so there we go. He's gonna just be in here like this. Okay. And make sure that he's in collection 2. Oh, look at that. Okay, let's see what we've got on display. Alright, back to frame 0. Bus pulls away. Camera zooms back. And, oh, he's in his booth. Yeah, look at that. And he is bored to tears. Very immobile. See, he doesn't really need to move much because he's covered over our cars and stuff. Now that he's not getting any sales today. I wonder what he's selling in that little tin booth. Who knows? It's not very popular, whatever it is. Oh! And I just noticed something. A Turkonkan is levitating. Yes, indeed. He's levitating far above the concrete. Oh my god. Let's go into render view and see what we've got. Okay, well, that's a problem. Okay, let's get out of render view. Let's go back here. Okay. Who is this? Ooh, what? Oh, there we go. Okay, so let's get out of camera view. Ow. Must have accidentally, when I was duplicating, forgot to lower him down onto the concrete. He's walking on sunshine. Yeah. Gotta feel good, right? Something like that. Okay, there we go. Alright. I will not attempt to sing. For I do not sing. Okay, so let's go back into camera view and see if there's anything funky going on here. Let's go to render view and see what we've got here. Okay. Oh yeah. There's Turkonkans hovering like you would not believe. Okay, so this group is actually that group is in the concrete like they should be. Next group. Yeah, they are too. Okay, hang on. Boop. Let's see. Yeah, they're where there should be. Yeah, they're where there should be. Right where there should be. These guys are not where they should be. Jeez Louise. Alright, those guys are good. It's probably a bit more efficient way of doing this, honestly. But let us see here. Break out of that. Let's check everyone's height. Whoops. Well, some people's heights are better than others, huh? Oof. Okay, good there. There we go. Okay. There we are. There we are. Alright. I think we're good now. Very nice. Alright, now we just need a few merchants. On a loop. Alright. Let me save. Let's go back into Moho real quick. Believe it or not, we are very close to having this completely wrapped up. Wowzers. Okay, so let's find a new tour Kongan. Go over here, open up, resources, characters. Let's see here. Turkonkans. All right. Is it 3 or 2? I think it's 2. 2 is what we want. Okay. Merchant. I think we're just... I was going to say we're just going to use this guy, but this guy's color scheme is used a lot on the streets. Let's differentiate him again. Okay, so let's go into our layer. We're going to make this guy is going to be very thin. Okay, so let's begin with the hat. Let's, what color shall we use? Let's do this as orange. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, let's just paste in that hex code. At least you're having to write things down. I'm getting too complicated. Oh, might actually have to have the shape tool on. That might help. Alrighty then. Got ahead of myself there. Sorry about that. There we go. Hey, and we got a new merchant. Look at this guy. He's ready to sell some stuff. Okay, let's go to frame 1. Let's go to the bone layer. And let's go to frame 1. Just right arrow over to frame 1. We are ready to begin animation. So I think this guy is going to be... Well, if he's going to be doing that, he needs to be smaller, that's for sure. Hang on. Let's bring this guy down a little bit here so he can actually keep his arms from getting cut off. Okay, let's give him some mouth movements. Okay. Okay, we're going to keyframe out to here. Let's go to here. Let's go down to... It only has closed. There's no mouth movements because I didn't make... I could keyframe it out. No, we're not going to worry about that. He'll be far in the background. You probably won't be able to see it anyway. Ideally, I would like for there to be some... I would like would there be to be some sort of a let's see. And we're cutting off those fingers again. Gotta be careful. Bring them down here. Okay, copy, and we're gonna paste that right here. Alright, and all we have to do now is we have to just cycle, and we'll cycle back over here, and let's see what we've got here. Let's go back to reset view, get rid of that panel so we can see what we've got. Play. Yeah, there'd be some action going on in the background. Alright, that's all we need. Let's save this guy as a Toro Konkan, a number... Oh, yeah, 5 on the hard drive. We'll move 5 over to the work drive later. It's at 6 right now. Okay, now we're going to need to export the animation. Let's go to image sequence, and let's choose the render file here. Toro Konkan 6, that's good. Okay, boom. Okay, this guy will render out fairly quickly. Fairly quickly. Unpopular Doctor Who opinions. I'm really intrigued by the new Merker in the Warriors for the Deep remaster that's coming out on the season 21 Blu-ray set, but I probably won't buy it because I don't like the AI upscaling that they use. It's actually pretty dire. Now, what they did, the Merker is a pantomime horse of a sea monster used in this story. 2 guys in a costume. It was not very threatening, and it was really quite terrible. The sculpts in Warriors for the Deeps for the 2 antagonists who are working together, which are the Silurians. There are 3 of them. It's called beating their leader. Is actually the sculpt is really quite good. It is an improvement on the Doctor Who and the Silurians John Pertwee story mask. They look great, but the John Pertwee mask costumes and acting is superior because the actors kind of don't behave stiff and robotically. They behave like they're lizard creatures, and they bob their heads, and the mouths actually move when the actors are quote-unquote speaking, because they're all done by the same guy. The people in the costumes that do the voice. So in Warriors for the Deep, the Silurian mask, their mouths don't move. Their third eye lights up, which is not, that's supposed to be like a weapon or a tool, some sort of bio tool built into the Silurians. Or maybe it's just their third eye power that naturally evolved. Who knows? But it's just my indicator that I am talking to you, Dr. Light. No, this is terrible. The Sea Devil sculpt also in that story, in Warriors of the Deep, is actually really good too. It is not, though, an improvement on the original Doctor Who and the Sea Devil ones. Those are amazing. And once again, when they speak like that, kind of a hissing, kind of breathy sound. Your turn. Their beaky things don't move. They just kind of can blink. That's apparently they blew out the budget on the sculpting, and couldn't do any of the animatronic or little cheat rigs to make the mouth move, and any of the costumes. So they kind of went back and they reshot that. They kind of redid the costumes and they reshot that for the DVD. I'm very curious about it, but I like I said, I'm not actually going to purchase it. But maybe one day I might see that. I also saw that they upgraded the space shots in Resurrection of the Daleks, because the original FX artist wanted to have like a motion control camera with the Dalek cruiser pitching and yawing like in Star Wars, and these really dramatic shots, and he just was not familiar with the system. He got one shot done, and that was all, and there's just a series of static shots after that. Strangely enough, that path the Dalek cruiser takes on screen when you first see it is almost the exact same path that Kronos 1 takes in Star Trek 6. Am I the only one who noticed these things? Probably. Okay, enough about that yammering, and back to work. Alright. Alright, so we're not in... checked into camera view. Oop. Alright. A little bit of a hiccup there. Let's save that so we don't lose anything. Let's snap out of camera view. Okay, the origin is going to be right there, so that will make things a little bit easier. As well as just put him into his booth in the back. So, that being the case, let's go to Image and Mesh Plane. Okay, so now we're going to go to Render, and we're going to go to Turakonkan number 6. Like Mambo number 5, but Turakonkan number 6. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do that thing that worked, which was, hey, let's select all of these, and that way it will know that this is an image sequence. Wow. Okay, so, hey, that worked. He's right here. Okay, so let's expand him up. Not too big. Well, he can be bigger than that, I suppose. Yeah, a bit bigger than that. Let's bring him up to right about there. There we go. He is a bit taller than the other guys, isn't he? Oh, that's right. Yes, he is. Alright, so that's kind of... head alien out of the mothership. Okay. Let's move him. Let's move him. Like I said, I don't know how visible he's going to be in his stall, but let's see. It's just like a little bit of effect. And just to kind of maybe add a little bit of... maybe all the merchants here are orange. We're orange. Who knows? But let's just go ahead and copy him and move him Dinsdale-esque by his tint of doubtless wonders that are there. I think that's going to be too visible, especially since he's just right there. Yeah. Nope, I don't like that. Let's get rid of that. Boop. All right. So I just need maybe. Okay, let's go to camera view and see what we've got here. Okay, you can see him moving around, and that's all that's really needed to do. Oh yeah, see, he's gonna be moving around. Yeah. We're gonna do another merchant in that side booth right there, and that is going to be that, I think. Okay, so let's go back to our merchant. All right. Let's hit the old Saberuni. Okay. So we have a merchant here, and he's on a loop, but we don't want him to be on a loop anymore. So we're going to take all these keyframes. We're going to take all these keyframes, and we're going to Kowplow. Ka-chow. And we're going to get rid of all that too. All right, there we go. And I don't know why that's there. That doesn't need to be there. Okay, there we go. Okay, so he's going to be that size still. Okay, but let's go ahead and maybe shorten him up this time. Okay, and to make him different, let's double click on here, bring up our window, and hit flip horizontally. Okay, bam. There we go. That's going to be slightly different. Okay? Good. Actually, no. Actually, no. Let's not do that. I've changed my mind completely because I just have reconceptualized everything about this guy at the best moment. Sort of, not really. Alright, well, we're going to change the color on this guy ever so slightly, so he's not 100% a clone of his... I don't know if we'll be able to tell this or not, honestly, but it will make me feel better. Yes, well, further on Doctor Who, I believe that Doctor Who should be watched on like a 13-inch cathode ray TV and maybe not on a 64-inch high-definition screen. Especially classic Doctor Who. Especially classic Doctor Who. Oh, well. We love it because of the seams and the duct tape. Anyway. But it was big on ideas, and that I think is what you know, Doctor Who's longevity. You know, it was had some really compelling ideas. Back to torso, real quick. There's one more thing I want to change, and this is cummerbund. Let's change that up. There we go. Drowsy purple. Haha, Babylon 5 reference. Okay, so we have a Turakankan number 6. We're going to name him Turakankan number 7. Hey, if you're making these guys, you might as well keep them, right? Absolutely. So what we're going to do, we want to hit the old body turn here. Boop, turn him right about into there. Okay. So. Okay, this is exactly the wrong way they should be bending, by the way. Okay. I'm going to hold it right to there, and then he's going to spring. Going to spring up like you would not believe. As though he's appealing to the Ferengi gods of commerce. Copy these keyframes right here. And just okay. Let's make this transition a little bit more. That one, we want to go with the blink. Turn his head. Turn his head down like this. And then we just grab this again. All right, this is this is fine. This is kind of a very nice Gestural movement. He's kind of making appeals to come to his booth. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, yeah. Sure, sure, sure. Yeah. A little wacky if you ask me, but anyway. We're going with it, though. We're rolling with this. Absolutely. Okay, put this in the render. Hurakanka number 7. Let's render this guy out. Alright, this is our last guy. This is it. This merchant doing his grand appeal. Oh yeah, the tint merchant actually has energon cubes in there. FYI. Well, I don't know. They're purpley, they're glowy, you know. Who knows? Yeah. I mean, they kind of look, but they're not. Hasbro, they're not. No. They just. Anyway. All right. Well, so our origin point is right there. So what we need to do is we need to add once more. We're going to add in that mesh plane. Let's make sure that our Hurakanka number 6. He was not in collection 2, was he? No, he was not. Much sadness. All right. Let's go to 7. All right, there. We'll scroll to the very bottom. Wrap this puppy up right now. We're coming up on the 1 hour mark, and this looks like this will be a good place to go. All right, so boom. Okay, so should be automatically on. Let's kind of go to here so I can get a good sense of sizing on this guy. Oh, he could be a bit bigger. There we go. Feel bad no one's walking up and down the alley. Actually, I probably would, but our hero's on the way, so he probably wouldn't notice the detail anyway. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what we've got here. Okay, let's take Hurakanka number 7 into here. Let's hit save. He's in collection number 2 now. We are ready to render. Or are we? Let's check our settings. Aha. Okay. Output. No, we did not get the output right, did we? No. Overdrive, Indavo 3, sound, shot, render, accept. Okay. And accept. Okay. We have set our location. Now, let's go back into here. Let's hit denoise. Oh, motion blur. It would look really nice if those cars had some blur on them. It'll just increase the render time is all. So, freestyle there. Okay, let's go into our settings here. Freestyle. Line style, correct. Collection, exclusive. Okay, so this setting here, by hitting the collection and then exclusive and saying, designating collection 2, that means that collection 2 will not render the lines around each plane, which would ruin the effect quite badly. So, that being the case, let's see what we've got. Actually, it will take too long to render one out. So I'm not going to make you sit through a render and have you kind of just wait on me to go through that. But let me see if I can find on my work drive, handy dandy work drive here, one that I had done a test render of whenever I was a little bit on the iller side of things. Is that it? All right, yeah, okay. So this is what the render shots are going to look like. As you can see, it's got the the haze. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. The last and final ingredient that we need is we need the dust from the Turakankan atmosphere. So we need to grab that and put it down, and then hit render. So this is kind of what it's going to, close to what it's going to look like. It might be a little bit hazier than this. We're going to find out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that atmosphere right now. We're going to make sure that we have this saved. Okay, and now we're going to go to Turakankan City Blend. Yes, right here. Oh, well, at least we saved everything. Yes. At least we saved everything. Let's go to open. Let's try that again, shall we? Gosh. Let's go. Resources. Exteriors. Turakanka. Let's try spaceport. Highway sector, highway data, crater, cargo, container, buildings. Oh, where's the spaceport at, Nathan? Oh, I put it on the main city one. Oh, that's of course. Let's try and open this. All right, hey, this time it worked. Okay, so we have the atmosphere. So what I'm going to do is change that up there. It's already selected, so we're going to hit copy objects. Okay, bam, there we go. Yeah, that's pretty easy. Okay, now we're going to go back to our Blender. We do not save that. No. All right, now I'm going to pull back from here quite a bit. Wow, look at that. I had a lot of stuff on here, didn't I? Some of this is unnecessary. In other shots, it may be necessary, but for this shot, it's not. But I went ahead and kind of construct this anyway, just in case I wanted to get some funky camera angles. It's better to have something than not. Okay, as you can see here, that has blacked everything out. Let's turn it into render mode and see if we get a kind of dusty-ish look to the... Oh! Yes. I guess that's quite good. Okay, well, this is done, ready for a render, and it doubtly will take about 8 hours to render, and we're not live streaming all that. So, hey, everybody, I wanted to thank you for tuning in to watch part 2 of Indavo 3, episode 3, shot 89, animation process, part 2. Zwei. In German. So thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions about any of this nonsense, or any of my mad processes, or want to take me to task for doing things incredibly stupidly, because that's the only way I know how to do them, feel free to. Anyway, like, subscribe, and I'll see you on